Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this analyzing video I'll be analyzing Modxc again, the current #1 arena predator. I featured him in the last video, but I still had some awesome footage from him on drop-off, so this time I'll be featuring him again. Playing on a map where aggression is forced, and he is playing against Kenshin45 and his team. This footage is about a week old and Kenshin was still the #1 at the time and Mod was #2. Why I like these two games I'm about to show you guys is because they will be very different from the first video about Modxc. In the first video you saw a lot of holding angles and getting the enemy team out of mats, but on drop-off this is much harder to achieve. So we'll see Mod playing more aggressive. Both Mod and Kenshin are playing with incredibly skilled teammates, so this is basically a masterclass on how to play drop-off. Make sure to follow Mod on Twitch, he's an amazing player, so make sure to check him out. I will place a link in the description below. I hope you will enjoy the gameplay and I would appreciate it if you would subscribe so you won't miss the next one. Alright, let's start. Alright, so Mod is playing Pathfinder. You see him moving in with the thermite already in his hand to block the entrance, and Kenshin is already tap-straving in with a grapple to try to get Mod out of the game, and it was too close to comfort, but Kizu and Sophrony were there to cover him. They hold center now, so that is advantageous for them to have. And they try to focus the raid down, I think. Yes, they do. And you see the Maggie there, the raid is dead. It's a 3v1 with everyone being low. Sophrony loses the fight, very close. Kizu is also one and Mod is the same, but they win the fight. That was a really close one, but it was very awesome to watch. Alright, so round #2. Mod is already grappling in with the thermite in his hand already, and Kenshin does the same strat, but Mod is not giving him the space to allow that. They focus Kenshin down, get Kenshin out of the game, so it's a 3v2 again. And they hold the center again, so that is advantageous. More cover to play with is always better.
He's cracked, he's warped.
One got cracked off the enemy team, so they move up a little bit. One enemy is on the left side, so he has 3 angles on Mod and his team, and Sophrony gets knocked for it. But now it's a 2v1. Unfortunately Kizu is one, but Sophrony can hold the door. And Kizu has time to heal up. So now it's a 2v1 and should be very winnable for them. Unfortunately the door gets opened and Kizu gets hit for 50 for that, so he almost died there. Raid pushes the door, but the PK shot of Mod got him out of the game in one shot. Alright, so round #3. Mod is grappling in with his thermite in his hand already again. Blocks the entrance for Kenshin, but Kenshin is not pushing in. He lost the engagement twice this round, so he's decided to not contest center. This is very advantageous for Mod. They keep holding center. Enemy team can move in without getting 3 shots in for them. Mod will hold the head glitch for the right door, so they can move in from there. Some shots on path. Mod and his team are playing together pretty well, but the enemy could move up from center, climb up, and get an unexpected arrow on them from there. One is climbing up. Mod instantly grapples in with a tap strafe, bunning up grapple. Gets the Maggie out of the game, so now it's a 3v2. Kizu got Kenshin, 3v1. Unfortunately Sophrony gets knocked. Mod is just waiting for his grapple to grapple in and help his team for the final 2v1. And kills the raid for an easy win this round. This was an awesome game to watch. Very well played by Mod and his team. Alright, moving up to game #2. This was in the same session with the same teammates against Kenshin and his team. So this will go a little bit longer. It will be a harder game for Mod to win. So we will see how we will pull this game off. Alright, so round #1. Mod is already grappling in with the thermite in his hand to block the entrance. You see Kenshin already grappling in with the devotion like you saw in the first round of the first game, trying to get Mod out of the game. But unfortunately he fails because Sophrony and Kizu are there to cover him, and it's a 3v1 for Mod and his team. At this point it's a 3v2 for Mod, so they should easily win this. Mod will just grab the match for the next round so they can grab more nades and maybe get the hammer point. Mod gets cracked. But they focus the raid together, get the raid out of the game in like 1 second. And it's a 3v1 now, grapple in on the Maggie and get the Maggie out of the game. So that was a really clean first round for Mod and his team. Moving up to round #2, same strat again. Grappling in with the thermite, blocking the door so Kenshin can come in. Kenshin isn't coming in, so they can focus the right side, trying to 3v2 and get the guys on the right out. Tries to get the raid out of the game. get the raid out of the game, but the left door isn't covered anymore by Mod and his team, so Kenshin had 3 shots in, and everyone dies already. You see how quickly everyone dies when the angles aren't covered, because everyone has such good aim in this match. Alright, round number 3. Mod is grappling in with the Termite again. Unfortunately, he gets stuck. He got stuck twice, so he will probably die here. Really close. The last arc only hit him for like 15, so he survived with just a slither of health. He tries to challenge the raid, but unfortunately misses his shots.
Help him.
Kizu and Safroni really covered him very well there, so he didn't die. If they didn't cover all the angles for the rest, they could easily move in on Mod and kill him there, but the great teamwork of this team made sure Mod had another chance to win this round. Unfortunately, they lost center because of this. When you lose center, is usually a lot harder to win, because it's hard to make a play. You need to move to the open to get to center, and zone will push you in eventually. Or push you to low ground. Mod will make a very aggressive play, trying to knock someone. This is smart. Fortunately, Safroni gets knocked. And he misses too much on the Maggie, but the Maggie got out, but Mod got hit for quite a lot by Kenshin in the back. Or sorry, by the raid. And unfortunately it's over this round. Really nice try though. I liked the grapple play to make an unexpected angle. Moving up to round number 4. Mod will do the same strat, only with an arc, try to stick them back to the same play they did to them. The Maggie Ball push back the 2 enemies at the left door, so they can push Raid on the right door. Unfortunately Raid queued out, but Kenshin moved in and got knocked for that, because they were playing all 3 together and the teammates of him weren't.
I'm finishing.
So this is really nice for Mod. Get the best player out of the game, so now it's 3v2.
Behind you.
Mod moves back to his team, make sure they stick together so it doesn't turn into a 2v2 and potentially a win for the enemy team. Get the Maggie out of the game, grapples in on the raid, and you see Mod and his team play together really well here. Make sure there's absolutely no chance they lose this. Mod will heal up a little bit, reload his guns, and this is a win this round. Well played again. Alright, round number 5. Moves in with an arc in his hand, trying to stick them back. The enemy team is really holding back on pushing center now, since Mod's grapple are so fast, he's always there first. And they tried to stick the enemy team but failed, but the Maggie is alone here. And she got knocked for it. The enemy team tried to cover the raid but failed, so now everyone is split apart of the enemy team and they can just easily wipe them one by one. He goes for the raid. The raid was quacked.
I threw. Okay, pump the back.
He almost threw it, but you see, he missed one shot with the PK and got hit for 110 back immediately with the Mosam hammer point. Such a strong gun. But one PK shot fortunately won him that engagement. And now it's back to a 3v1 against Kenshin. Kenshin knocks one, but yeah, it was over from that point because this team always keeps playing together. Round number 6. Moves in with a grapple and an arc in his hand, takes control of center. I think it's really beautiful that Mod is able to take center every time. Even though Kenshin is also playing path. But his grapples are just so efficient, he can take center every time. Giving them a super big advantage to win this fight.
I'm betting.
He arcs this door, make sure they can come in for at least a couple of seconds. Also head pitch.
45. Balling.
Keeps controlling the door. Unfortunately, Kizu was alone and got knocked there. This is unfortunate, so now it's a 2v3 for Mod. Phony got out of the game and he's alone, and unfortunately he loses the engagement. As you can see, when one gets knocked, it's basically over every time. Alright, moving up to round number 7. Moves in with his grapple, tries to stick someone, almost got the stick there. They're blocking the right door so they can push left door. There's only one player there, so they can move in on him together, get him out of the game. Beautiful 170 on the Maggie, got the Maggie out of the game. Mod gets really weak, but he cracks someone.
Crack path at the left side.
Kizu got the raid there, so now it's a 2v1. They just make sure Mod doesn't get knocked, so it turns into a 1v1.
I'm watching.
Make sure they win this round. Just don't give it away.
30.
He just holds left door. He sees Kenshin trying to push right door. Holds right door. Tries to grapple Kenshin to flex. And a really nice flex shot to get Kenshin out of the game. That was a beautiful play.
Maggie again, just rolling. Holy.
Alright, moving up to round number 8. Match point for Mod and his team.
Doors were glitched.
As you can see, Mod will hold center again. Kenshin tries to nade him out with arcs, but unfortunately he fails. So at this point,
Get hit by the ball. It's gone.
they take control of center again, and Kenshin is probably wary of this, giving them a disadvantage.
Play together.
Yeah, just play zone until it closes all
Yeah,
the way.
Mod and his team just decide to just play zone. This will be a good example of why playing zone when controlling center is so advantageous. Because when zone closes, you will hold high for a long time, and the enemy will be stuck on low ground.
Around a wall.
And it's basically really hard to win for the enemy team now when it comes down to final zone.
Fuck, it's on the canister. I've won arcs though.
I would like to see a drop off change in zones a bit. So the far side of drop off would be a good play, because at this point in time it's always the best play on drop off to take the center of this building, and the other side of the map is basically a disadvantaged play. Keep holding center. They are very wary of an enemy maybe trying to make a play, pushing in. Keep looking, trying to make sure you know where everyone is. Cover all your angles. As you can see, Kizu is holding left angle, Safroni is holding right angle, and Mod is usually holding center. And they're just waiting for zone to close and grab that easy win this round. Safroni sees the enemy team trying to push left side, and make sure they're not allowed to do so. He just keeps holding right door. And Mod checks every angle in between.
Hard right? Yeah, hard.
You see one enemy hard right,
She went back. I think
probably
there's
two.
I believe
So at this point they have information. There's probably two on the right, one on the left. So they need to be wary of where the last guy is.
Balling, careful.
Maggie tries the ball. If the Maggie would stun someone, maybe they could push off that, but it didn't work for them.
You kill him.
yeah, we might as well.
One climbed up,
50.
is alone yet. Knock them. 3v2 now. Safroni gets knocked.
Crack one.
Mod is one. Did some really nice shot on Kenshin, and his teammate Kizu could just move in to finish the fight. And it was already another really beautiful match. This was really fun to watch. So this was the gameplay from Modxc, the current #1 arena predator. I really hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. Make sure to follow Modxc on Twitch and have a great rest of your day. See you next time. Cheers!